Go.
Repeat that nothing to general.
J Pipe, the hood counselor.
And this is good sports talk. Repeat that nothing general, you heard me?
And we're going to touch on everything from football to basketball to baseball to even soccer if it's news in it. It's me. And like I say, my co-host, Hood the Counselor, you heard me? And we all Hood Sports Talk. Repeat that nothing general, you heard me? Every Monday and Thursday. Times will vary, but we all Hood Sports.
Whoa, J Pipe, yo.
Man, you can keep your body clean, man. Doing that. Y'all already know what it is. You heard me. It's P.Nut the General, and this is Two Nola Sports Talk with P.Nut the General. You heard me. Now we got a special guest tonight. You heard me. Well, you know, I'm gonna let him tell y'all who he is. You heard me. I say, wow.
Yo, what up? What up?
What's poppin', man? Tell the people who he is.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, you get him? I'm here. I'm getting my tablet. You heard me? So I can interact with the people in the comments. You heard me? Tell them who he is. You heard me? You can hear me?
I can hear you good.
All right. Tell them who he is. You heard me?
Oh, man, you know, it's your boy DRIP Tarentino, man, all the way from Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Battle rap extraordinaire. Came to hold it down, man, with my man for a few, man.
So you from Dallas? So you from Dallas, right? Unfortunately, that means you a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Die hard.
Yeah, you know, who that or whatever, you know. But anyway, you did. So y'all on y'all way to a wild card, correct?
Yep.
Y'all went 12-5 this season. You heard me? Y'all have gone 12-5 the last 3 consecutive seasons. You tell me, in your opinion, what's gonna be the difference this year? Cause y'all ain't won the Super Bowl in over 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's true. We ain't won.
Yeah, I had to just ask you again. You heard me?
95.
So y'all first in the NFC East, though. So tell me, in your opinion, you heard me, what's gonna be different about this year, Drip?
This year?
You don't know? All right. Next question.
This year, I ain't gonna lie. My quarterback was playing at the MVP level.
Speaking of your quarterback, you heard me? This is 3rd time throwing over 45 yards in the season, his career, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't no hater, right? I'm gonna start off by saying this, you hear me? But I hate the Dallas Cowboys, dog. I hate the Dallas Cowboys with a passion. I hate y'all uniforms. I hate y'all coach. I hate y'all owner.
It's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of y'all. You gotta pick a number.
I hate y'all colors, but you know, okay. So he's having an amazing season. Like I said, I ain't no hater, you heard me? He's thrown for 4,516 yards with 36 touchdowns, you heard me? He's only thrown 9 interceptions, you heard me? Is this his best season of his career?
I think.
Yeah, super jump,
from a standpoint, yes. I think from a productive standpoint, I think his rookie year was his most impressive season to me.
The only year that he's thrown, well, this is his 3rd time throwing under 10 picks in the season. He's thrown 4 picks in 2016 and he threw 4 picks in 2020. You heard me? So this is his 3rd time throwing under 10 picks in the season. You heard me? So he is on his way to an MVP season. Unfortunately, his knee's bad. Anyway, you heard me? Y'all have a good chance of going at least deep in the playoffs. You heard me? Y'all got to get past the Packers first.
We definitely y'all beating the Packers. That's
no bias, because that's your team. Do you see y'all beating the Packers this Sunday?
For sure. At home, like
y'all 8-0. Y'all 8-0 at home this season.
Y'all also had some very bad moments this year.
Y'all 8-0 at home this year, by the way, too. Shout out to y'all.
Like, we've been doing the same thing to Green Bay is an inferior opponent to us. Like they are not as good as the Cowboys. And any team that hasn't been as good as the Cowboys, and we played them at home this year, we beat the brakes off them. Besides,
y'all 8-0 at home. Y'all 8-0 at home.
Besides the last game, Detroit. And Detroit is obviously a good team this year. Any other we averaged 40 points and we beat them by an average of 22 points at home.
Detroit was y'all last loss.
Who you say? No, I'm saying as far as at home. We ain't got no
loss. I'm saying, period. Detroit was y'all last loss. Y'all on a 2-game winning streak. You heard me? Y'all bust ass the last week, right? Coming into this, it's a wild card, but it's still a playoff weekend. Is this a playoff ready team, Drip?
Yeah. I know. I can.
Wait. Y'all beat the Lions by 1. My bad. Y'all beat the Lions by 1.
My last loss was against Miami.
Yeah, my bad. My fault. Let me put some respect on y'all name. Y'all barely beat the Lions by 1.
But I feel like we're gonna get it done. I feel like we should beat the Packers by at least 10 points.
They have a 43% third down conversion rate. You heard me? But the defense is ranked 21. They give up an average of 344 yards a game. You heard me? J Love, that's their quarterback. He is also over 4,000 yards this season. Has 32 touchdowns with 11 picks. So that's not far away from that. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be a quarterback showdown. Where y'all got them at, y'all run game is mediocre. You know what I'm saying? But their run game is weak. The highest running back yards on their team is the starting running back, Jones. He only has 656 yards this year. Love has been sacked 30 times. With a top-ranked defense like y'all have, it's gonna be a long day for him. You heard me? None of their receivers have.
I see at least 3 sacks. I see a lot of QB pressures, and I see a couple of turnovers getting forced.
I don't see them scoring, Drip. Y'all at home. Y'all coming off 2 wins. Y'all coming off a 12-5 season. Y'all are first in the NFC. Y'all first in the NFC East. Y'all got a 12-5 record. You heard me? With this type of momentum, in your opinion, no bias, how can the Packers beat y'all?
We would have to beat ourselves against the Packers.
How would that happen?
The usual that the Cowboys do when it comes to big moments.
You mean the playoff Cowboys?
Non-discipline on the foot. I'm not even gonna say playoff Cowboys because the losses that we have in the regular season, the bad losses just comes from undisciplined football. It comes from too many penalties. It comes from offside penalties, pass interference, holding call. It comes from too many. It comes from bad clock management. It comes from bad play calling, getting behind. Like, the one thing I can say about the Cowboys, good or bad, if we get a lead on you, we are a very hard team to beat because our defense is very good. The only time the Cowboys struggle is when you come in and you hit them in the mouth first. When you hit them in the mouth, you go up 14-3, 14-0, and we got to play from behind. And when we beating ourselves, that's when we lose. If we go in there and completely dismantle against the Packers, that's how they win. I do not see Green Bay as a better team than Dallas this year.
I don't need it. Okay, no bias, right, Drip? Do you see the Cowboys getting to the Super Bowl this year? No bias.
Everything goes through San Fran to me. Everything goes through San Francisco. So
speaking of San Francisco, Brock Purdy, they quarterback, He is the lowest paid quarterback in the league. His deal is worth 4 years, $3.7 million. He only gets $77,000 guaranteed for that's this season. You heard me? Is this an adequate contract for a playoff caliber quarterback like Brock Purdy?
People got to understand. Look at it like this. Brock Purdy hasn't got paid yet because he hasn't got to the time where he's supposed to get paid yet. You got to remember, Brock Purdy is only playing because Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt.
Facts.
Brock Purdy was. Somebody was calling me. Brock Purdy was on the bench. I remember watching Brock Purdy back at Iowa State.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I already knew he was good. I just didn't know he was in San Francisco. So when he came in and he had that long streak of no interceptions and all those wins, San Francisco as an organization made the decision that they was going to go with Brock Purdy.
Should a revised contract came with that? Should a revised contract came with that decision?
Of course, and we all know that that's coming for Brock Purdy. Of course, of course.
Now I got to get in the front office of the New Orleans Saints ass. We had a chance to get Jalopolo last season. We passed him up. That pissed me off. You see what I'm saying?
That was. You know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You got to be.
I don't know how much of a difference it would have made, seeing as y'all had damn near a similar season to the Oakland Raiders.
Ooh, shots fired. My stomach.
I'm saying
I got hit in the I got hit in the stomach.
I'm saying this. When we put these two quarterbacks up, you put Derek Carr and you put.
Wait, we're not claiming Derek Carr. We don't claim him.
But how much better is Jimmy Garoppolo than Derek Carr?
Jimmy Garoppolo,
hold on. The old Jimmy Garoppolo that first started his career when he had all the help and everything. But as of late, the Jimmy Garoppolo in Oakland this year was inconsistent as shit.
Okay, but let me say this.
You would have took that.
He's in Oakland. Who plays good in Oakland?
Derek Carr.
Oh, I got hit in the stomach again. That's another shot. Who play? Come on now. When has Derek Carr
had a Pro Bowl season in Oakland. Derek Carr led the. If I'm not mistaken, I know it was once. I think it was twice. Derek Carr led it was twice. Derek Carr led the Oakland Raiders or Las Vegas Raiders to the playoffs.
He's not doing it for us.
One of the times they won.
I don't think that. I don't know.
Nah, I take that back. They lost to Houston. They lost.
The last time they went to the playoffs was with Rich Gannon, correct?
No, Oakland, the Raiders. Derek Carr took them to the playoffs in 2015, and they went like a couple of years ago and lost to Cincinnati in the first round.
He ain't. Do you know his career win-loss record?
I'm not saying that Derek Carr is the best quarterback. I'm saying I don't see too much of a difference between him and Jimmy Garoppolo.
I think it's a major difference.
I want people to start focusing on. This is what I want people to start focusing on.
Mm-hmm.
The New Orleans Saints had way more problems than they quarterback this year, bro.
Let us have it. Let us have it.
Like as a sports head, bro. As a sports head, you gotta hold everybody on the field accountable. New Orleans
had the field or on the sideline.
New Orleans had a good defense, a very good defense. That's what really kept them going in a lot of these games. But what I'm telling you is, let's not act like what's my nigga name? Michael Thomas is not inconsistent now. He's not the Michael Thomas of old. Let's not act like these injuries are catching up to him. Let's not act like Alvin Kamara is the same Alvin Kamara when he had Mark Ingram in the backfield.
Okay, now let's get to that. Alvin Kamara is one of the greatest quarterbacks that I think gonna ever lace up a pair of shoes and get on the football field. What I don't believe in is the head coach. He's a defensive-minded head coach, and I don't believe in that offensive coordinator because he's never had an offense of this caliber. He does not know how to use these players. He does not know the position to put these players in to be productive. And it shows on the field that the players do not believe in the plays that's being called by the coach.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. I don't know if a quarterback. I would honestly, because look at it like this.
Let me know.
We're in a league today where there's only a few teams that have a franchise quarterback right now,
and all those quarterbacks have 12 wins or better.
That's fine. Derek Carr is probably your best option right now, unless you make a good trade. It's not like y'all had a bad season, so you're not getting a lottery pick.
This was a bad season.
What did y'all finish? 9-8?
Yeah, but it was still a bad season though.
So y'all finished above 500 and you're not picking in the top 10.
No, man, this was a horrible season. We are not so satisfied with this season at all. I don't care what the record say. I think we went on a 3-game streak at the end. You see what I'm saying? Alvin Kamara did not have 1,000 yards. They did not utilize him as they should have. It should have been a quarterback. It should have been a race. It should have been a competition for the quarterback spot. He should not have came in with no $150 million contract and guaranteed start when this was already somebody's team. The coach was not ready to call the type of plays for the type of offense. He's never had this type of offense. And our head coach is the defensive-minded coach. He don't even know how to handle this type of offense. Mike Thomas, it ain't the injuries. It's the fact that he don't want to play for the bullshit. Alvin Kamara. See, we are in danger of losing the top 2 players on our team come this year. Because I think
I can agree with you there. I can agree.
Yeah.
Definitely agree with you there. Because no good player is gonna stand around and waste the rest of his years on a bad team.
Exactly. Y'all are having the exact opposite though. CD is having the best receiving single season record in Cowboys history. How effective does he have to be Sunday to guarantee a win, Drip?
Oh, he got to be very effective. Like, there's no way around it. Mm-hmm. Everybody, every skill position has to be effective that day. That has to be on point. Tony Pollard has to at least give me 75 yards or better in a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb got to give me a touchdown and at least 8 receptions, 9 receptions for over 100. Michael Parsons got to give me at least a sack, a bunch of QB pressures. I need my tight end Jake Ferguson to show up, who I believe is on his way to being a top 5 tight end in the NFL.
Let me ask you this though, Drip. This y'all 3rd season going 12-5. What happens from that regular week to that playoff week, in your opinion?
Locked in.
What you say, Drip?
What people don't understand is the team we're about to play, the coach we got, he know them.
No, not necessarily this year. This year, our 3rd consecutive year going 12-5. Good record, good regular season. But y'all always get knocked off in the first round. What has to happen different this go round? And let's start with Sunday, Drip.
We just can't come in and beat ourselves, bro. We got to be disciplined. If the Cowboys come in there and play Cowboy football like they've been playing at home this year, we don't get a bunch of stupid calls. We don't lose the turnover battle. Like, we're the better team. We're supposed to win this game.
They are only 9-8 do you feel as though this is a worthy game for y'all in the first place, being as though y'all are 12-5?
I mean, the seeding, we won we end up winning the division, got the third seed or the second seed, whatever it was, and Green Bay, they just crept their way in 9-8. You know what I'm saying? I seen them have up and downs this year, and if they made the playoffs, I'm gonna say yeah, they worthy of playing this if that's the season. I just don't think they're the better team. See, this is what people gotta understand. This not the Green Bay that got Aaron Rodgers. That's who we was losing to. That's the Green Bay we was losing to off 2 miracle plays. That's what people gotta understand about the Cowboys.
I ain't not now. Hold up, Drip. Them not Aaron Rodgers is a miracle play maker, but he doesn't win off of miracle plays, dog. That's Aaron.
When they beat us the first time, we lost off a controversial call. We lost based off one play. I'm not saying everything. I'm not saying everything else that had to do with the game. It was a lot of factors in the game. It was
we know the vibes. Remember that St. Louis game. We know the vibes.
With the Dez Bryant catch. Then the second time we played him, it was like 5 seconds left. He made that long ass pass. Nigga caught it on the sideline. They kicked the field goal. I'm saying this. Aaron Rodgers is not your quarterback right now.
That's typical Aaron Rodgers. That's not, you know what I'm saying?
Jordan, okay. Now let's Jordan Love not finna come in there and do all of that.
No. So speaking of that, do you think this team is sleeping on the Packers and looking past the Packers?
Nah, I hope not. I don't think so, because you shouldn't look past any team in the playoffs.
No bias, no
because
hope.
It's one and done. It's 60 minutes. One person got to win. And everybody, all the regular season shit don't matter no more. You got to gear up for this one game.
Y'all are up 50% in the rankings, right? So let's say y'all do win this game. In your opinion, coming into the playoffs, who is y'all biggest threat to knock y'all out, Drew?
San Fran. Without a question, without a doubt. San Francisco. That is the team we have to get past this year. San Fran is what Ohio State. San Fran to us is what Ohio State was to Michigan all them years.
Do you think that they're a better team than y'all? No bias. Both of y'all got. I think they got. Y'all got the. I
believe we have a better quarterback. I believe
more experience.
I believe our number one receiver is better than their number one receiver. But I believe as a whole, all their receivers, they have better receivers than us as a whole, as a core. Like Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Greg Jennings as a whole.
None of them have 1,000 yards. None of them have 1,000 yards this year.
Christian McCaffrey is better than Tony Pollard by far. I believe their defense is a little bit better than ours.
Just a little bit?
Just a little bit.
By what?
I believe they can get to the quarter. Well, I can't say that because we have the most sacks over the last such and such years. I'm gonna say to me, their defensive line is more scarier than ours. I believe they have better linebackers than us. Like, I believe their back end is a little bit better than ours. I believe their defense is a little bit better. But I think if we're matched up with San Fran this time, we can go in there. We just got to play our game. We cannot let them punch us in the mouth early.
Y'all kicker, Brandon Aubrey, right? He was drafted first round in the Major League Soccer league. He flopped, you heard me? This year, he completed all 35 field goal attempts. How important will Brandon Aubrey be this Sunday?
He'll be very important because the game could come down to him. He'll be very important. And one thing we learned about our kicker this year is he's good, he's clutch, he doesn't worry about outside noise. He can kick it from anywhere on the field and it's going straight down the middle. He's a guaranteed bucket. He's a walking 3 points. You put him out there, So the thing is, I know at any time on the field, if we within range, we can get points based off our kicker. We don't want to live our field goals. We want touchdowns.
Their offense has given up 30 sacks this season. How do you think your defense, being one of the top three? Y'all got a top 3 defense, right? What's y'all defense rank?
As a whole, I think it's top 10, top 7, somewhere in there.
I could look. Hold up. Y'all are hold up, y'all. Hold up. We gotta get the exact stats. You heard me? Hold on, but this one on the same.
We was the 5th ranked, number 5.
All right, yeah. Boom, y'all number 5.
So we have top 5 defense this year.
They've given up 30 sacks this year. How vital is it
for the 8th ranked defense?
Huh?
The 49ers were the 8th ranked defense.
Okay. The Packers have given up 30 sacks this season. How important is it gonna be for that defense to get that quarterback uncomfortable in that pocket?
Oh, it's gonna be very important, because that's what's gonna lead to the turnovers. That's what's gonna flip the field position. That's what's gonna put them behind the chains. Like, we can turn this game around early. And Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Oziki Duwai, all of them are gonna be important in attacking that quarterback.
They have a 40% third down completion rate. Y'all are looking a little bad on the third down conversions. Y'all completed 79 of 211 this season. How vital is it going to be for y'all to keep that defense on the field?
Hold on. My bad. Hell, went off. Hold on. I'm trying to bring it back. Oh, there we go. It's going to be important. And the thing... Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, the thing that we're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to get him. You're gonna have to attack Jordan Love. You're gonna have to put him. It's his first playoff game. You want to make him as uncomfortable as possible, which means Dan Quinn should be scheming up all type of blitzes to rattle a first-time playoff quarterback. Because when you blitz him and you put pressure on him, that's when you force turnovers. That's when you force incompletions. That's when you create mistakes that we can capitalize off of.
Y'all have given up 40 sacks in the postseason so far. How vital is it going to be for this offensive line to protect Dak Prescott?
That's going to be very important. That's what I hope we have together. That's probably have been one of our weakest points this year because of the injuries. I think our starting offensive line has only played together 23% of the time this year.
Dak's been injured for a couple of games too, correct?
That's correct.
Will that affect y'all chemistry going into these playoffs?
Nah, because Dak came back, and Dak has been, since that San Francisco game, in all honesty, Dak has been a top 2 quarterback in the NFL.
He is.
And in my opinion, like the MVP, it was between Lamar Jackson and Dak Prescott.
You know Dak wasn't going to. Now, come on now. No bias. No bias.
There's a case that we can make saying that he deserved that.
Who? Dak?
Yep.
Make your case, because there ain't no way he was a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson this year.
I mean, as far as team-wise, probably not. But the numbers aren't different. And some of the numbers are more in Dak's favor.
Let me see. Like I said, he's thrown 4,500, 16 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. That's a hell of a season, if I might say. He need to get his lining together, but you know what I'm saying. As far as football season, that's good. What's the running back name that y'all?
Tony Pollard.
No, he used to wear the halter tops.
Oh, Zeke Elliott.
What happened with him, and what's your feelings on him being shipped off?
I mean, he did his thing. He did his thing for a few years. We all know running backs don't have a long lifespan in them in the NFL. You know, he started to wear down. They made a business decision. And, you know what I'm saying, he had a little bit of success this year later on in New England, but as a whole, New England was failing from the jump. So, you know, he kind of went under the bus. But, you know, I just don't feel like Ezekiel Elliott was the type of running back that you could depend on for 16 games anymore.
Okay, so you didn't have a problem. Because I remember when they traded Reggie Bush and when they traded who was the fast dude that we got after that? Darren Sproles. I was heartbroken. You wasn't heartbroken when they traded Holtertop?
Nah, because I was one of the ones advocating for him to leave. I mean, but what I can say is I definitely understood where he was missed at this
year.
Meaning our early struggles in the red zone. He was very important. Because you could get all the way down there and he gonna go punch it.
Speaking of those early troubles in the red zone, right? Are those, in your opinion, are those troubles taken care of? Or do you feel like, because y'all got the long bomb off the dump, but when y'all get to that 20-yard line, it's a totally different team. Will they have that intact come Sunday?
It all comes down to
you got a call.
Yo.
All right, I can hear you.
Mike McCarthy is gonna have to just dial up some plays that can get us into the end zone. You know, the field shrinks when you get inside that red zone. And I'm going to leave that up to Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, and my playmakers, my Jake Fergusons, my CeeDee Lambs, my Brandon Cooks. I'm going to leave that up to them.
Wait, who you just said?
Jake Ferguson.
Nah, after that.
CeeDee Lamb.
After that.
And Brandon Cooks.
I knew that guy.
To make plays that will get them points.
You was right. For this season, Dak is at 4,500. Lamar's at 3,678. He has 24 touchdowns. Dak has 36. He has 7 interceptions, but okay, he is having a better year than Lamar Jackson.
That's why I say we got to understand Lamar Jackson and what he did in the division and in the conference that he's in, and he's electrifying, bro. He's fun to watch.
In your opinion, do they have a more difficult schedule than the Dallas Cowboys?
Facts. And then those big games that they played in, they beat the shit out of the competition.
Okay. A lot of people say Dallas has an easy schedule. Do you agree with that?
I mean, you know, maybe they do, maybe they don't, but you can only play who's on your
schedule. We ain't doing that, Drip. Do you agree with that or not? We're not doing that, Drip.
I'm going to say this.
Drip, no, Drip.
Did we have the toughest schedule? No, we didn't. But look at it like this. Those early teams we played who they thought wasn't good, the Rams, the Chargers, the Cardinals, the shit like that. We see these same teams in the later on in the year. They was doing their thing. Hell, the Cardinals just beat the Eagles. Let's not be lost on the fact that the Eagles were supposed to win this division. They started the year out 11-1. Yo, damn, slow it
down. Who's your biggest threat in the playoffs besides the 49ers?
Our biggest threat. Our biggest threat.
I asked you that. The key player in these playoffs, not just Sunday, y'all life in the playoffs. Who is the key player on y'all team that has to show up this year for it not to end up like the last the last 20-something years?
We only go as far as Dak Prescott allows us, bro.
So that's your key player for the playoff.
Yeah, I'm leaning all the way on Dak.
How much of the lack of playoff wins goes on y'all head coach?
How much what?
The lack of playoff wins goes on y'all head coach. How much of blame of that do you think he takes?
I mean, as a quarterback of any team, bro, you're gonna take majority.
No, the head coach.
Oh, the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mike McCarthy I just hope his clock management is up to par. I don't necessarily blame him in entirety for our playoff losses because Mike McCarthy can't play on the field. I do blame him in certain situations that he could be in control of more. Clock management, calling the right plays at the right time. But as far as executing those plays, it falls on the players.
How big the fans play in this? Y'all are 8-0, right? Y'all going into a home game, and does this determine the next home game, or do y'all go as a visitor?
It depends on who wins in the other games.
How much responsibility is on the fans?
I mean, Cowboys fans, man. We gonna be here. We here. We might talk our shit. We might get mad at Dak. We might get mad at, but we ain't going nowhere. We behind them boys, especially when it's time to be behind them.
Come in the season, whether with a Super Bowl ring or not. In your opinion, what changes are you making in the offseason? If you was GM Drip, you understand? What changes you making in the offseason?
I don't think that I would get rid of Tony Pollard. I would just bring somebody else in there where I could have a 1-2 punch again, because clearly he can't carry a full load by himself through the season.
Would you bring Zeke back?
No, I wouldn't bring Zeke back. I would be looking towards signing Derrick Henry.
I like that.
I would sign.
Would you change anything on the sidelines, coach-wise?
Nah, I would keep all that the same. I would keep everything on the side the same. I would say I would want to go toughen up my linebacker position. I would want to go give me a nice linebacker.
If y'all go deeper in the playoff, well, y'all are gonna be pretty high up in the draft because y'all made it to the playoffs. But if y'all go deep in the playoffs or win the bowl, y'all gonna be last. You see what I'm saying? What would you do with that draft pick that y'all that upcoming draft pick y'all have?
So we're probably gonna be picking somewhere between 25 and 32.
Mm-hmm.
So with that pick,
you can't do much with it unless y'all get a sleeper player that people that passed up or y'all trade. Would you make a trade for a higher pick?
I honestly would. I would focus on my offensive line a little more. I would get some more depth at my offensive line.
I think you could find a good offensive lineman deep in the first round.
Because look at it like this. I got on my line, I'm set on my defensive line. I got Parsons, I got Lawrence, I got Diggy Zuwa. I keep buddy keeps sleeping my name, but he's been going off. I got Vander Esch. I got another linebacker. I got Trayvon Diggs coming back. I got Deron Bland, who led the league in interceptions. I got Stephon Gilmore. I got Javon Curse. I got Malik Hooker. I got a good defense. If you want to beef up the defense, cool. I got a good defense. I think you should look towards a running back, whether you sign Derrick Henry or you get a sleeper in the draft. You need to get Tony Pollard some help, and you need to just get some depth at that offensive line position since players just seem to keep getting hurt.
I'm looking to see how many times Dak got sacked this year. Let's see. Hold up, Drip. I don't want to get it wrong. Do you know?
What?
How many times was Dak Prescott sacked this year?
Oh, I don't know that, bro.
Hold up, I'm coming, y'all. Hold up. Because I want to see if there's gonna be a problem in y'all. All right. He was sacked. So he was sacked more times than the Green Bay quarterback. The Green Bay quarterback has been sacked 30 times. Dak been sacked 39 times this season. How can that hinder y'all this Sunday or going further into the playoffs, Drip?
That can hurt because that you don't want to put yourself into second and long and third and long situations. You don't want to get behind the sticks. When you get behind the sticks and you got to punt it from far your field, it flips field position. Just because we don't believe that Green Bay is a better team, anybody can beat you when you're helping them do it. So you don't want to help Green Bay beat you.
39 sacks, that's a lot of sacks, Drip.
It is.
Especially in the playoffs.
It is.
Can this offensive line hold up to a team like the Ravens, to a team like we talked about the 49ers? Everything goes through San Francisco. You said it yourself. With 39 sacks and a dripping team to get that trophy, because they haven't won the Super Bowl in a long time too. Can y'all offensive line hold up against a determined San Francisco defensive line?
On paper,
no bias.
On paper, what I would say is no, from what I've seen. But that's what the playoffs about, baby. We got to make adjustments. I'm
gonna flat out ask you, no bias. Can y'all beat the 49ers?
Yes. A prepared Dallas team can beat the 49ers.
With that defensive line that they have.
Yes.
With those 39 sacks.
If my quarterback doesn't come in there and throw 3 interceptions and we go and he just gives us a chance to play, yes, the Dallas Cowboys can beat the San Francisco 49ers.
Is that on him for throwing 3 interceptions? Or is that on the offensive line for allowing that pass rush?
I mean, maybe one of them for a lot, but that first game I seen, Dak Prescott played horrible. He was just throwing it after a while.
Is Dak Prescott ready for the postseason?
Yeah, I believe the Dak Prescott I've been watching for the last 10 to 11 weeks is ready.
The same one that got sacked 39 times this season.
Yeah. We got a quarterback in NFL that led the league getting sacked 60 times. We okay.
Is your offensive line ready for the postseason?
I don't know, but they're going to have to be. They're going to have to be.
You see y'all being the 2023-2024 Super Bowl champions this year?
I see that every year, bro.
Nah, we're not doing that, Drip. We
I'm
not doing that, Drip.
gonna tell you this.
This year,
Other than San Francisco, I don't see why we can't at least get to
y'all
the.
not beating the Ravens, Drip. I'm tired of this.
I'm
I gotta
saying
say something.
I
That's
don't
your
see
third
why
time. That's
we
your
can't.
third time saying that, Drip. Y'all not beating the Ravens, Drip.
I don't see why we can't at least get to the NFC Championship, bro.
Y'all are not.
I believe the Cowboys can at least make it to the NFC Championship, bro.
I said Super Bowl, Drip. I said See how you trying to cheat, Drip? I got to watch you, dog. You answering your own question. I said Super Bowl.
I'm gonna say this.
No, we're not doing this, Drip. We're not doing that. Do you see the Dallas Cowboys, the 2023-2024 Super Bowl champions this year?
Seeing, depending on how they play this Sunday, I'll make that decision.
The Green Bay Packers are far away from the Baltimore Ravens, Drip.
They are.
So how could you place that decision off of a 9-18? The Saints was 9-8.
I mean, a 9-8 team in the playoff is dangerous, bro. They don't have. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. A team that has never played in the playoffs, that don't really have nothing to lose, that don't really understand the atmosphere of the playoffs, they just come in and play. That's a dangerous team.
But y'all have gone home the first round the last 3 years, correct?
Now we beat Seattle once to get to San Fran
3 years ago.
Once out of these 3 years, we won the playoff game. We beat Seattle.
So that's not motivation for y'all team too?
I mean, you gotta understand the Cowboys are always gonna be good. It's just, that one game in the playoffs.
Y'all not no playoff team, Drip. Let's keep it real. No bias. Are y'all a playoff team?
I tell you this much. I think we have.
Are y'all a playoff team, Drip?
Are we a playoff team?
Right. Yeah.
Fucking right. We're one of the best teams in the playoffs.
One of the best teams in the playoffs, but are y'all a playoff team? That's two different things, Drip.
More than a playoff team. We're a champion. We have a championship team.
But y'all went through 12. Y'all had the same record. This y'all third season having the same record. Drip.
But losing in the playoffs doesn't mean that you didn't have a championship team. It only takes one loss in the playoffs. That's every team. See,
that's exactly what it means.
This is what I don't get though, bro. Why do y'all hold the Cowboys to a different standard than y'all hold every other team?
No, we don't. I'm just saying, if you don't
the Ravens,
get to
okay, let's take the Ravens. Lamar Jackson has never got it done. He's never been out of the first round either.
True.
Lamar Jackson has never been out of the second round ever.
True, but we don't have personal problems with Lamar and them. We don't like y'all. Y'all don't like us. I mean, we not gonna root for y'all. We not. But you gonna root for y'all. You don't want to answer my question though. Are y'all gonna be the 2003? I'm gonna say 2024 Super Bowl champions?
I believe we are. I believe the team we are.
What makes you think y'all gonna beat the Ravens, Drip?
I don't even know if the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl, bro.
The Ravens are gonna win the Super Bowl this year.
Man, it's a lot of shit over there, bro.
The Ravens are. That's my prediction. You going with Dallas?
Yeah, facts.
You want to bet 100 push-ups?
That they won't go to the Super Bowl?
Let's bet that the Ravens go farther in the playoffs than them.
You got
push-ups.
You got that.
Y'all hear this, right? 100 push-ups, right?
Got that. You got that.
Hey, man. When you coming back for your battle rap interview?
All right, it's a bet because I gotta grab my son real quick, bro. My mama calling me.
It's all gravy, baby. Till the next time, you heard me. It's P.Nut the General, to know the podcast. You keep your body clean.
Y'all tap in. Drip Tarentino. I will be back to let you know more shit is going on. But until then, go Cowboys, man. Y'all beat us.
No. We're not doing that, Drip. We're not doing. Ain't no go Cowboys on here, no. You hear me? But It's Drip Tarentino, you heard me. Battle rap, extraordinary, you heard me. Cool nigga, you heard me. I was introduced with him to him by Young Knight and Lil Tate. He will be on for his battle rap interview. This has been another edition of Two Noodle Sports Talk with P.Nut another general, you heard me. Now let me,
This is a 7 grind. I ain't see event, you heard me?
Go.
It's P.Nut another general.
J Pipe, the hood counselor.
And this is good sports talk with P.Nut another general, you heard me.
And we gonna touch on everything from football to basketball to baseball to even soccer if it's news in it. It's me, and like I say, my co-host, Hood the Counselor, you heard me? And we all Hood Sports Talk with P.Nut the General, you heard me? Every Monday and Thursday, times will vary, but we all Hood Sports.
Whoa, J Pipe, yo.
Man, you can keep your body clean, man. Doing that.